In a world overflowing with choices, it's easy to overlook the profound impact that a simple change in perspective can make. Imagine standing in front of an overwhelming array of products, each one gleaming with the promise of satisfaction, yet feeling utterly drained. What if, instead of aiming to find the unparalleled option, you reframed your goal to finding something that simply works for you? This shift nudges your focus away from endless comparisons and toward acceptance. The result? A newfound sense of ease washes over you, allowing your mind to breathe. By subtly adjusting your approach, you begin to unlock the freedom that lies hidden within the confines of choice. Choosing to embrace a mindset of good enough can transform your experience from one of frustration to one of liberation. Picture yourself on a quest for the perfect pair of headphones, scrolling interminably through options that seem to blur together. Instead, try telling yourself, "What do I need from these headphones?" and then settling on a choice that meets your criteria. By limiting the search to what's essential, you not only reduce the time spent deliberating but also nourish a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. Recognizing that perfection isn't a requirement opens the door to freedom, allowing you to move confidently into the next aspect of your day, unfettered by the weight of indecision. Beyond these strategies, it's also critical to recognize the role of reflection in the decision-making process. When faced with choices, take a moment to pause and consider how each option aligns with your values and goals. Instead of merely reacting to the overwhelming selection available, ground yourself in what truly matters. By engaging in this reflective practice, you foster a clearer understanding of your priorities and deepen your capacity to choose wisely. Creating a personal framework for decision-making empowers you to navigate the clutter and hold on to a sense of purpose as you move forward in a world that often presents more choices than clarity. Amid the chaos of infinite options, simplicity stands as a beacon of clarity. Take, for example, the minimalist approach in various aspects of life, particularly the wardrobe. By choosing a limited palette of clothes, individuals free themselves from the daily barrage of decisions. This practice allows them to direct their energy toward what truly matters, fostering a sense of ease and space in the mind. As you can see, embracing limitation doesn't strip away freedom. Instead, it cultivates a richer experience of life's offerings. Envision how this principle could manifest in your own daily routine, shedding the excess to unveil a deeper sense of fulfillment. As you navigate this paradox, consider the role of community in shaping our choices. Conversations with friends and family can provide invaluable insights and perspectives that help clarify what truly matters to you. For instance, when discussing a big decision, take the time to share your thoughts openly. You'll often find that others can shed light on aspects you hadn't considered. Engaging in these discussions not only offers new angles, but also reinforces your commitments, grounding your decisions in a shared understanding, thus enhancing your clarity. Together, you can explore what good enough really means, framing a vision of freedom amid infinite possibilities. Ultimately, you'll feel more supported, less isolated, as you seek fulfillment in a world of overwhelming options, allowing you to embrace each choice with renewed confidence and purpose. Amidst this swirling sea of options, it's essential to remember that clarity and peace can sprout from intentional limits. Think back to a time when you felt stuck, perhaps bewildered by too many choices. Now, consider how a well-defined purpose acted as your compass, helping you cut through the noise. By reconnecting with what is significant, you pave the way to a more grounded experience, where every decision takes on greater meaning. Such clarity frees you to appreciate each moment, transforming choices from burdens into stepping stones toward authenticity and fulfillment. Reclaiming your power is about choosing wisely and moving forward with intention, embracing the simplicity of what genuinely resonates with your true self. As you reflect on these ideas, consider this: what if the simple act of setting boundaries could become your most potent tool? Picture your smartphone, for example, filled with apps vying for your attention. Instead of succumbing to endless notifications that fragment your focus, imagine designating specific times for checking them, creating a sanctuary of undistracted time for deeper tasks. This choice not only frees you from the constant pull of digital distractions, but also infuses your day with intention, allowing space for creativity and clarity to flourish. When we proactively establish limits, we shift the narrative from being reactive to becoming the architect of our time and energy. Thus, each limited choice shapes a life richer in purpose and calm, transforming overwhelming potential into meaningful action. Navigating the quantum paradox of choice requires more than just adopting strategies. It begins with fostering a mindset that embraces simplicity and intentionality. Ask yourself, where in your life can you declutter the noise of innumerable options? Whether it's choosing a weekend activity or selecting what to eat for dinner, refining your choices can bring clarity and enhance your well-being. Imagine, for instance, setting aside dedicated time each week to plan meals with just a handful of favorite recipes. By limiting yourself to a curated selection, you liberate time and mental energy that can be used in pursuit of deeper interests. Embracing this structured approach transforms your decision-making practice into a more mindful and enriching experience, allowing you to cultivate meaning with each choice made. In this way, liberation from choice overload draws closer as you tread the path of intentional living. As we journey through our daily lives, it's crucial to recognize that decision-making isn't merely about the options before us. It's about the stories we tell ourselves about those options. Each choice carries emotional weight, often steeped in expectations and fears. What if, instead of seeing choices as points of pressure, we open ourselves to them as opportunities for growth? This shift in perspective can foster resilience, transforming the daunting act of choosing into a creative exploration. Embracing the narrative surrounding our decisions encourages a sense of empowerment, as we reclaim agency over the paths we take. As we navigate this complex landscape of choices, the forgetting of our worth, tied to what we select, begins to fade, allowing each decision to echo our true selves with confidence and authenticity. As you stand on the edge of your next choice, remember that you are not alone in feeling overwhelmed. Share your experiences and reflect on your journey with others, as community dissolves the isolation that can accompany decision-making. By discussing your challenges and triumphs related to choice, you'll weave connections that can provide support. Each conversation becomes a stepping stone toward clarity, reshaping how you perceive options and empowering you to navigate your individual choices with confidence. Let the collective wisdom of those around you strengthen your resolve, guiding you toward a renewed sense of purpose and freedom. Embrace this exploration together. Imagine also how our environment can shape our decisions, not just the sheer number of choices we face. Consider the small details: the layout of a store, the colors of product packaging, or even the lighting in a cafe. These subtleties influence our perception of what we desire and what feels appealing in the moment. Instead of feeling like empowered consumers, we often fall prey to design choices made by others, which can unintentionally limit our awareness of more suitable options available to us. Understanding this can guide us in creating spaces and experiences that promote more mindful decision-making, where we are more aware of both our desires and the influences that surround them. As we reflect on the weight of our choices, it becomes vital to recognize the illusion of freedom that often accompanies excessive options. The bright array of products or experiences can seem enticing, yet it may also lead to deeper discontent and confusion. Consider the array of possibilities as a double-edged sword. While possibilities exist, they often hinder our ability to commit to a single path. By heeding this insight, we can liberate ourselves from the patterns of indecision. Deleted options create clearer pathways to joy and fulfillment in our lives. Instead of succumbing to the allure of endless choices, let's aspire to seek depth over breadth, embracing the richness that comes from focused, meaningful selections. By consciously narrowing our choices, we open ourselves up to deeper connections and experiences that enrich our lives, leading us to greater satisfaction instead of anxiety. With this shift, we invite peace back into the decision-making process, allowing space for joy to flourish even in the simplest of choices. Ultimately, true freedom emerges when we consciously navigate through the serene landscape of intentional decision-making, leading us to live a life that truly resonates with our core values and aspirations. As we delve deeper into the complexity of choice, it's essential to embrace the notion that freedom often resides in constraint. Take a moment to consider the power of routine. By establishing simple, repeatable practices, we can alleviate some of the decision fatigue that arises from overwhelming options. For example, designating a theme for your meals each week can ease the burden of choice, allowing you to focus on what truly matters, nourishing yourself and enjoying the experience. Embracing this practice not only simplifies your choices but also enhances your enjoyment of the process, inviting a sense of peace amid the chaos of too many possibilities. In our exploration of the quantum paradox of choice, we've uncovered how the abundance of options often leads us away from true freedom. By recognizing the limitations that can actually enhance our experience, we can transform confusion into clarity and indecision into intention. Remember, embracing the simplicity of focused choices is the key to living with purpose and joy. Thank you for embarking on this journey toward understanding.